Max, welcome back to my channel and to my first ever Versus video. I've been wanting to do one of these since I created my channel. The first video I would have done would have been between Till the End of the Moon and Love Between Fairy and Devil, but I just didn't get around to it. If enough interest pops up regarding it, I may still do it, but I figure I will trial run Versus with these two Japanese dramas. So what would Versus entail? This is where I'll compare two dramas, or more if it comes to it, that have the same themes, archetypes, plots, or characters, and make a comparison between them on which one was done better in which drama. Each thematic comparison will be different, and this will be based off of my opinion and feelings. Kind of like the pros and cons of what drama got it right for me and which one didn't. The dramas will be rated at the end, and the one with the higher rating will be the victor. If you want a lowdown on the summaries of each of the dramas and their similarities, please check out my like for like video on this. And since I'll be going into details with this, there will be spoilers. So don't watch if you don't wish to be spoiled too much by either one of them. Without further ado, let's get into Versus. Number 1. Kono Ayaka's characters, the first half. In the Yakuza Boss's Beloved, her character comes off, at least to me, more dependent on the men in her life. This isn't necessarily a bad thing because Makoto is great at her job, where everyone trusts her to complete tasks and projects even at the last minute. But that's the problem. At first she's living with this boyfriend of hers, but they have to keep a secret, which seems like this is something that he's insisted on them doing. He complains about the breakfast she made because she had done it before, and she bends to make him another one and hand it to him at work in secret. He pushes a project on her at the last minute, and so do her co-workers as they sit around and gossip. And then after the reveal about her boyfriend being a cheating butthole, her boss then swoops in to provide her with an alternative place to live. Makoto also lets comments from the calculating chick get to her a lot. She does push back subtly, but it's not with any kind of firmness to set that bee in her place. She often comes off as a slight damsel in distress. And again, nothing overly wrong with that type if it's done right, especially for a drama with her Yakuza boss, so I get why she's depicted that way. Still, she comes off as being a doormat unlike her revenge lover counterpart. Now, in the revenge lover, her character has slightly more bite to it, at least at first. Even when Maika had known Shun, the male lead, back in high school, she helps him collect his things after he's mistreated by some boys. She also talks back to the cheating chick who took her man, even if she tried to set her straight in private instead of letting their personal matters overtake their professional one. I like how Maika comes to the male lead in a mutual way after he proposes to get with her in revenge against her cheating boyfriend. She also sticks up to his pushy mother and calmly tries to shoot down one of his insistent suitors. Also midway, Maika insists on finding Shun when secrets of his past come to light and follow through with the feelings she had for him in high school. She has a stronger backbone in this first half, which I liked. She stands her ground and fights for the person she cares for, and because of this, the point goes to the revenge lover. Number 2. Kono Ayaka's characters, the second half. This is the reason why I did this in two halves. Some character choices become inverted. Let me explain. In the Yakuza Boss's Beloved, Makoto still acts sheepish when it comes to certain situations, but does grow to stand up to and for various things. Her crazy narcissistic mother comes into play, and at first, she's reliving the trauma her mother mentally put her through. But with the help of Ren, she's able to stand up against her mom. When it comes to her feelings regarding Ren, I'd say that it's still her strongest strength. Even if it's with the idea of having faith in the person you love based off of who you believe they are, even if you don't have 100% knowledge of their character or their past. Could this be a flaw? Sure. But for the sake of romance, it's very sweet and enduring that regardless of what she finds out about his background, her love for him is unwavering. When it came to the second male lead, Tora, who Makoto knew from school, she was very firm on boundaries when it came to her relationship. Okay. Let's get into the revenge lover aspect. And sorry this section is longer than the other one, but there was just more to say because honestly, more went on here in this drama than it did the other. There were some parts, especially around the second male lead, that Maika became very stupid on. Of course, very biased since we, as the audience, get inklings that this dude isn't on the up and up and trying to sabotage her relationship. Like, this is something I don't like in J-dramas in general, and that's when the female lead is in a relationship, that they let any of the other male leads or support characters hug or kiss her without major pushback or set downs. Like, I really can't stand that. I mean, they're second and third strings for a reason. Why are they up there hugging up on you? I don't like that. What all these female leads need to do is get some bass in your voices. I don't care if you've known them since kindergarten. Tell them off. You're happy in a relationship. Don't do it again. Even still, though, I will give Micah partial credit. She does establish relationship boundaries, but yet Yugo, the second male lead in here, only backs off twice when Shun swoops in after doing his homework. Micah is also willing to end her relationship after Yugo gasses her head up about how her being with Shun will only hurt him. But when she was about to call or text Shun to break up with him, Yugo is the one who stops her. Like, girl, you didn't even want to discuss these options with your man first? Like, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Anyway, the whole thing regarding mothers. Shun and Micah's mothers, which I'll get into in a later section, are a whole other topic. I personally wasn't a fan of how she dealt with one mother over the other, especially considering all the things that mother had done to tear them apart and manipulated other people to do so. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of Micah wanting to smoothly solve a situation with terrible people. With that, I like the character build up a little bit more in the other drama, so the point goes to the Yakuza boss's beloved. Number 3, second half male leads. In both of these dramas, the second half flips to the second male leads. In the Yakuza boss's beloved, you already see Tora up front, but he doesn't come into Makoto's orbit until the second half. He's someone that she's known from school who has always had a thing for her. Tora protects her almost as much as Ren does, and what I like about him was that with that protection, he did it out of legit care without overstepping the boundaries of her relationship. As much as he cared for her, he respected her and her choice to still be with Ren. It takes a special person to know when to step aside. The second male lead in The Revenge Lover didn't get that memo though. It's convoluted considering his relationship with Shun and the woman who put him up to this. With all the stuff I mentioned before regarding how Micah acted in the later half with him, Yugo's gonna get the smoke too. Not only was he a plant to derail her relationship, he was still determined to pursue her despite being found out and his ties to Shun and his mother. The combination of her being still the good girl and wanting everyone to have a happy ending, and Yugo blowing past stop signs and respecting the relationships around him, the second male lead point goes to the Yakuza boss's beloved for this one. Number 4, chemistry between leads. In the Yakuza boss's beloved, I say that the chemistry between them is fine. The kisses between them are painful since she didn't really give him much of anything. But the love scene between them was sweet and tender, where she does give a little bit more action in that one. Although I do love an attentive king, which Ren does in spades in this drama in making sure she's good, I didn't get a lot of flutters when it comes to the love scenes. Maybe because CP biases too, because I felt more chemistry with their other partners from other dramas in comparison to them. But then again, that could be me. In The Revenge Lover, I'd say the opposite of it is true, where their chemistry was a little bit better to me, but that's because of some camera tricks, positions, and lighting. But damn it, it helped them out a lot. There was one scene in particular where she fish kissed him, but I'll actually say that their love scene together was better than the one in the Yakuza boss's beloved, at least action-wise. I saw her lips and head going at it, so it was hotter, but other kisses were either from the camera being far away or beautiful sunset shots, artistically done better. Also, both of their love scenes happened midway. Yakuza boss's beloved was cementing their feelings for each other, and this was the first step in their relationship together. In The Revenge Lover, it's more or less the same, but also a reunion between two people who were separated by what was never confirmed or said. Some people on Vicky thought it was rushed that they were getting down so quickly, considering she just got out of a relationship, and in both cases that could be true. But for The Revenge Lover, I didn't mind this as much because this was a long time coming for them, and that they've had feelings for each other since high school. I've already consolidated in my mind that the cheating boyfriend was just someone Micah could settle down with to placate the time limit her mom placed on her to marry in her 20s. But I don't think she was ever really in love with him like she was with Shun. So with this, I'll have to give the point to The Revenge Lover. Number 5, the mothers. In the Yakuza boss's beloved, they introduce her mom like a straight-up stalker, like distorted voice, hair covering face sword, back-to-back texts and calls. Then you realize that not only is she crazy, she's manipulative as hell, the kind that would do self-harm to get what she wants out of you. For her, it's money, and she wants to keep extorting from her daughter. Now, the way that she's portrayed, like most of this drama, made it feel very manga-like, where characters are over the top and fantastical. But with Ren's help, Makoto is able to get her mom to back off, and her shiny new backbone is on display, which I loved her character development for it. So the revenge lover has two sorts of mommy issues. One is with his mother, how she was negligent when he was in high school, determined to marry him off to the highest bidder for the sake of the company, and to do anything to drive our couple apart. She even pegged Yugo, the second male lead, to do it. And Yugo, get this y'all, spoiler, this is the big spoiler here. Yugo is the first child of hers that she gave up for adoption. Yes. So him and Shun are brothers. Like, mind blown what? And on top of that, she was still acting up at the end of the drama. See, I would have been like, throw the whole relationship away because she's crazy and gross. I would be so hard pressed to forgive her, but that's just me. Now, number two, with her mother though, which I liked how she dealt with her better, because her mom is all giddy when it comes to her daughter marrying someone privileged, and of course marrying anyone before she turns 30, because her mom has sold her on the idea that no woman is truly happy until she's married like she was and have a baby like she did in her 20s. Her mom was the reason why she turned down Shun in high school, because of his lowly status. But I'm glad that Maika was adamant with her mother and with Shun that they'll marry in their own time if they wish to, and that she's happy regardless of a license or not, as long as she's with the man she's always had feelings for. And I'm glad that she set those boundaries with her mother in the end. So this is going to be unfair because I like how she handled the situation in the Yakuza Boss's Beloved, but I like the realness of parental expectations in the Revenge Lover. The over-the-top manga mother in the Yakuza Boss's Beloved was a slight turnoff for me, but I get the reason why she exists. That was the whole point. But again, like I said, I like how she handled her mom in the Revenge Lover, so to me, it's a wash. They both get a point. Number 6, the Enterprisers. Now, this fun little section is what I call the Enterprisers by way of relationships. And in each of these dramas, we have one of each type. Let me open up the floor for you. So in the Yakuza Boss's Beloved, we have what I would like to call the enterprising bee. Yes, that bee is exactly the word you're thinking. And yes, it can go for either men or women. It's an equal opportunity term, so let me explain to you what it is to me. So the enterprising bee is the type of character that is focused on elevating their status socially or financially by any means necessary and regardless of feelings. The second female lead in the first half of the Yakuza Boss's Beloved did exactly that, taking Makoto's first man with perfect ease. Then seeing how much wealth and swag Rin has while out shopping with Makoto, then she had the absolute gall to have her hand out, demanding for Makoto to hand him over. And you think she just had it out for Makoto and wanted to just take her stuff? No, she's that messy with everyone. And the Dumby dared to threaten Rin with his Yakuza secret. But I have to give it to her. She's brave doing what she did, but being brave doesn't always equate to you being smart either. So in the Revenge Lover, we have what I call the enterprising hoe. It's a term, again, that can go for both men and women, but this is what I mean by this. The enterprising hoe is someone who just gives that same energy to everyone. Case in point, the cheating ex in the Revenge Lover, not only has he been sleeping around with the colleague at work, but damn near everyone in the city, it seems. This includes the daughter of a high-value client, so big no-no on his part. And after Shun puts him on blast in front of the entire office for his escapades, he's gone after that. That part was surprising, but you know what? This point has to go to the enterprising bee in the Yakuza Boss's Beloved. She was stupidly evil, which I hated for Makoto, but her being brought down was far more rewarding, considering she constantly did it to herself. But hey, play stupid games. Number 7, intros and outros. In the Yakuza Boss's Beloved, you have the song Selfish, rough translation, by Sola for the intro and Just Romantic by ABCZ for the outro, which drives in that manga feel for me. Out of the two, I definitely dig the intro with Sola over the outro song, and I've already found other songs of hers I like. In The Revenge Lover, the intro and outro are the same with the song Ambiguous Blue or I Might Blue by Kawasaki Takaya. It's a jazzy number that only involves our leads, but they do something I didn't catch until someone on the Viki comments mentioned it. Midway, after our leads get together, it changes to reflect the shift in their relationship. It's subtle, but so cute. I don't remember another drama doing this, but it worked for me. Along with the subdued vibes of Ambiguous Blue, which I vibed to since I first heard it in episode 1. So yeah, I have to give this point to the Revenge Lover. Number 8. Intentions and words. In the Yakuza Boss's Beloved, Ren's intentions towards Makoto has always been sweet, well-intended, and protective. He did have a bit of a jealousy streak showing up midway in the drama, but everything else about him screams green flag. Making sure she was good was always Ren's #1 priority, and he properly set down anyone who tried to make her feel less than. When the crazy second female lead was trying to go after him, Ren let her know what it was and put her out to pasture when she went too far to blackmail him. As for the cheating ex-boyfriend, the hottest thing was him having his guys take him into a room after he was trying to intimidate Makoto. Ren came from behind with his weapon and said the hottest words, demanding to know what this man was trying to do with his woman. Y'all, hotness overload. Couldn't handle it. The possessiveness from him was smexy in my book. The Revenge Lover, his intentions were slightly more selfish. His revenge was childish on Shun's part. He was hurt due to the previous rejection from Maika and wanted to get back at her. All the while he helped her to get revenge on her cheating ex and the messy chick he did it with. This part was never carried through how he was going to get revenge on her because in reality, his feelings for her always came through. Now, he did protect her in his own way and still displayed his love for her despite his desire to set her down a peg, however short-lived. Still, gotta give the point to the Yakuza Boss's Beloved. Number 9. Feelings overall. Maybe based off of the mood I felt at the time, I had the desire to finish one more than the other. Maybe because there was better cliffhangers, chemistry, dynamics, and better utilization of time, but I definitely had a favorite. The Yakuza Boss's Beloved was the one I had long wanted to restart since the fall, and had thought that in comparison to the Revenge Lover, that it went out to be superior for me. I think I had to deduct a few points from episode 7, where it's a confrontation scene, and it just seems like endless minutes was spent focused on looks between characters instead of action. It's almost as if they were padding it in lieu of drawing out the moments for the intensity of what the scene calls for. Episode 8 was more of a leisurely, formal wrap-up. For someone involved around the Yakuza, I was expecting something a little bit more heavy and action-packed. It was okay. I like Tokata Shota, so yeah, I thought that this was going to be an instant slam dunk against the Revenge Lover. But maybe Rinko-san wants to try Jaded Me for this one. Not just for the love scene aspects, but for the chemistry alone, it just wasn't up to par like I wanted. The Revenge Lover itself had me more vocally involved by twists. When I found out that Shun had a brother, I was so loud my husband heard me in the other room. Typical soap opera trope, but it was the one that got me. But to me, it seemed like they utilized every single second better in this drama, so yeah, the point goes to the Revenge Lover. So don't get mad at me, but tallying this all together based on the points that I was able to come up with, it's 5-5. It's a tie. Because despite how like for like they are, they each have their different strides in the later half. But here it is. Honestly, I recommend either of them depending on what your expectations are. If you want more of the fantasy type, go for Yakuza Boss's Beloved. If you want a more grounded romance, check out The Revenge Lover. This is my rating for both of them. For the Yakuza Boss's Beloved, I'll rank it 3.6 Yakuza back tattoos out of 5. For the Revenge Lover, I'll give it a 3.8 lanky hugs out of 5 because this man is exactly that. He's lanky, and so he gives those 5s. He's cute, but a little awkward. But that's all I got for these dramas on my first ever Versus video. Let me know if you want any more Versus videos regarding the videos I have mentioned before. Love Between Fairy and Devil versus Tilly and the Moon. Any of the Boys Over Flowers versions, especially like if you want to do 2 of my favorites, even though I still have to finish the Taiwanese version. That's still on my list to do. Like and subscribe, stay a while. Let me know what your thoughts are regarding these 2 J-dramas. I've given you mine, but hey, it's just a thought.